Good morning, everyone. This video is take for the final food practice for African dance class, and at this time I will make South African food, biltong, and because it's final time, no one help me take video, and it is hard for me to take this one as the previous two. Okay, let's start. So biltong is from the dried curd meat that original Botswana, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Namibia. Various type of meat are used to produce it. Normally, people use beef. They cut at the strip following the gain and the muscle and cross again. It is related to jerky, but it's totally not jerky. They are both species dried meat. However, typically this taste and production process is much different. The history of the biltong is come from the 17th century in South Africa. At that time, people want to save meat, and because of the hot weather and the bakeries, it's hard to save meat for a long time, so they use slat and papers to pack up meat and dry them. Traditionally, biltong was only made during the cold winter months to risk bacteria growth and would take the minimum time. Many recipes require meat to manual virgin solution. It's a traditional and will dry for several work days. And so, as a traditional way to make the biltong, they normally put the slide onto the meat and put into the outside of cold winter for about 4, 5, or more days to make it dry and can be eat. But this is a final time, so I find another way to make this. So I will use oven instead of the cold dry cold winter. It will take a shorter time, but it's still the longest food I make for this class. So the first one, I make a donut and take 1 hour or more. And second time, I made a full. It takes about just 1 hours, not includes buying that food, just cutting, cooking, and takes me an hour. And for this time, so for the slat put on meat will takes about 1 hour, and let it dry in the oven will takes about 4 hours. That is really a long time, but I think will taste good. And after few minutes, after few seconds, I will show you how I cooked this meat. For the oven steps, I will use an electrify access oven set up to 40 to 70 degree. So 100 and to 160 F with open door, and it will take about 4 hours. So I get up in the 6 this morning to make the food super fresh. So For this food, this is a salad I will use. The paper mixed with our version is a traditional African sauce, and the beef, and I will get the knife to cut the beef to pieces and tenders. By cutting all the meats like this one, the next step is put on slats on each meat side. And mix them well. This is a really important step if we do this in the cold winter to anti the bacteria. Change another. And after put the slats to each side, and we'll add small amount of paper mixed with vaginous, and change another side. And this will takes about 1 hour to mix the slide into the beef. So after 1 hour left, I put them onto the plate and ready for the oven. And at the last 1 hour, I already warmed the oven up, so we can put this beef into the ovens, and this will take about 4 hours to dry them up. So after 4 hours, I will take some pictures to show this traditional African biltong from South African, Namia, Zimbabwe, and Botswana. This is a traditional African snack, and it's dry meat. Has a super long history, and I believe this will taste very okay. After 4 hours, I will also upload some pictures, like what we did for what I've done, and compare with the original one. So let's say some original built on pictures first, and we'll see if I did the same one traditionally or not. So here are some original one, and you can see this is a very dry meat and larger pieces. I will hopefully I will make it like this one, and that's it. So I will upload my picture later, and thank you so much for watch this video. Thank you.